reawakening the body's innate knowing. There are ways of living that take their shape from what is touched, and ways of living that take their shape from what is thought. One moves through sensation, through immediacy, through the currents of the body. The other moves through ideas, through concepts, through the attempt to understand. Each has its place. Each carries its own kind of limitation. A life lived only in sensation can circle within its own patterns. Drawn again and again into familiar movements that feel alive, and yet remain confined. And a life lived only in thought can move further away, building a world of descriptions that seem complete while distance quietly grows. Neither is false, neither is complete. Both are movements within something that is already present. There is a deeper turning. Not a refinement of sensation, not a refinement of thought. A turning in which what is aware is no longer directed outward toward what appears. Not a knowing of something, not a grasping of an experience. A movement in which awareness comes into itself, not as an object, not as a position, as being. At first, awareness seems always to move outward, toward sensation, toward thought, toward identity. It takes the shape of what it touches. It becomes the body. It becomes the mind. It becomes the sense of self. But there can be a quiet shift, a soft returning. Awareness no longer extends itself in order to meet something else. It gathers. It settles. It is. In that being, there is no division, no subject reaching towards an object, no observer standing apart from what is seen, because there is no distance to cross. There is only the presence of awareness being itself. Nothing is removed. Sensation continues. Thought continues. The world continues. But they are no longer the center. They arise within that same being, without dividing it. This is why neither sensation alone nor thought alone can complete the movement, because both depend on direction. Both depend upon reaching. But what is fundamental does not reach. It is. There can be a kind of quiet absorption here, not as an act, not as something done, but as a natural settling. Awareness resting in itself without effort, without division. From there, everything that appears is included, not held together by control, not organized by a center, but arising within what is already whole. This is not something added. It is not something achieved. It is what remains when awareness is no longer carried outward into what it experiences, and is free to be itself, being undivided, unseparate, complete. Those who are devoted to the body fall into darkness. Those devoted to the mind fall into greater darkness. One must know both together. Through one crosses death. Through the other, realize the eternal. Leave awareness as it is, like a sack of grain dropped to the ground.